So now they've got to start from deep in their end of the field, and Garrison Hurst takes advantage of it. He takes the handoff, hits to his right, gets to the 20. He's in the 30, needs to cut in. He comes back up the right sideline, breaks the third tackle, comes down to the 30. He's down to the 20. He's down to the 10. He's down to the 5. He's in the end zone. Touchdown! Touchdown! 49ers! 96-yard run from scrimmage. Garrison Hurst breaking tackle after tackle, sweeps down the sideline, throws off bodies like clothes after a marathon.
Young, back to throw. In trouble, he's going to be sacked. No, gets away. He runs, gets away again, goes to the 40, gets away again, to the 35, that's back at the 30, to the 20, the 50, the 10. He died. Touchdown, 49ers.
Third down, Alex takes the snap. Alex looking down in post, and it's good. Touchdown! Touchdown, 49ers!
For the second down, Ryan takes the snap, throws the slant to the left side. It's Russell, intercepted! The 49ers pick it, and Navarro Bowman is redemption! Navarro Bowman running it all the way for the touchdown! No greater redemption!
The San Francisco 49ers, we can do whatever we want.
Click, click, boom. What's going on, faithfuls? It's your boys, Mike and Tony, and we are here to bring you guys a halftime report right now. The 49ers have currently a 7-point lead. It looks like there's still some time left on the clock, man. Brock Purdy is out there going crazy. I'm going to let you guys know right now, if you were looking for somewhere to watch the game where the energy is high, y'all got to head on over patreon.com. That's it right there at the bottom of the screen. I'm going to leave it there the whole time. Patreon.com/NB9ERS, $5 tier for the monthly subscribers, or you could just straight up go ahead and just buy the episode itself. Tony, man, I think Brock Purdy heard you calling him out, bro. I think Brock Purdy heard the rumors. Somebody out there said Brock Purdy wasn't a Monday Night Footballer, and he is going 12 for 16, 151 yards, and not one, not two, but 3 fucking touchdowns, baby. My man is out there balling, bro.
Hold on. They're about to try a field goal. Hold on.
Why? Is there something else happening?
They're about to try to.
They're doing the kickoff on my end over here.
Oh shit, my bad.
You can play spoilers because we're live. So what's up?
That's why I can't be. I have a tough time.
I see a nice return to the 40. Looks like there's 11 seconds left. The Niners are up by 7. Now, according to Google, there's 2 seconds left.
Oh my God!
What happened? Say it. You can play spoilers, bro. They're live. He missed the field goal.
But it bounced off the crossbar. It almost.
Oh, how long? What was the distance?
Oh my God!
What was the attempt distance?
Wait, hold on. They're replaying it. Oh my God, Mike! He almost got it.
Almost had it.
Are you watching it? You see it?
Well, Purdy's in shotgun right now on my screen.
Watch his. I think it's like 65.
He said
yards.
It was a 64-yard attempt. There you go. Oh man, Bourne caught it, but it was retreating. Yeah, he ain't gonna make it. All right. So listen, man, it's cool. I changed my mind now about the 13 of 17, 165 and 3 touchdowns. It's not bad though. And the Niners do get the ball back. So we had nothing to lose there as long as we didn't give up one of those return field goals for a touchdown type of thing. As long as that wasn't it. So, and I know that didn't happen. Christian McCaffrey's also on fire right now, averaging over 6 yards a carry, right? George Kittle's got 5 receptions, 78 yards and a touchdown. I mean, Tony, the only thing stopping this team from a dominant performance is the defense and the referees. They gave them field goal range, man.
That was a horrible call.
Oh, it bounced off the crossbar. Wow.
If you watched it, like it was Pierce like pushing his arm down, but what happened was the ball was so underthrown, it looked like he was it was so bad. But whatever.
Bro, but it was a terrible call that put them right in field goal range. But, it is what it is. They ended up getting the 3 points. So now the Niners have, like I said, the Niners, instead of being up by 10, they're up by 7. They do get the ball back. The Niners haven't punted all game long. Kyle Shanahan is clearly in his bag with this offense, man. They are firing on all cylinders. I was concerned that, the wide receivers they're just not going to get it done. Kyle said, Mike, shut the fuck up. He heard me. He called me. He sent me a text message. He was like, do you know who I am? Huh? I'm the prodigal son. Like he's telling me, like, come on, you know my daddy? Sky Moore got a reception over 20 yards. Demarcus Robinson reception over 20 yards. Christian McCaffrey's got 4 of them things out there. Kendrick Bourne earned his money. Huh? Earned his money. Got 2 receptions in the game. Yeah, Robinson's got the touchdown out there. McCaffrey's got a touchdown. I mean, look, the Niners they're looking really good, bro. They are looking really good. What are your thoughts on the defense? Let's start with the negative because I feel like there's a lot of positive to say on the offensive side of the ball. We did end up getting a sack. CJ West, while being held, just powered through people. But go ahead. Let me hear your thoughts.
The negative is the pass rush. It's tied into the success that Phillip Rivers is having. If there's no pressure, he could sit back there all day and wait for the routes to open. And if there's no pressure up front, it puts a lot of pressure on the back end. So that's what I'm seeing. I think Bethune is having a hell of a game versus the run. A hell of a game stopping Taylor in between the tackles. He had a couple stops, like 3 yards. He got beaten that one-on-one man situation where they ran like that Texas route and he jumped the outside leverage and he just took off inside on him. You're not going to catch Taylor from behind in that situation. But, I mean, listen, overall, I mean, it just seems, and this is what I was trying to reiterate about yesterday with Phillip Rivers. Phillip Rivers has a very, very high IQ X and O wise on the field. And I just think right now he's playing mind games with Saleh. He's letting Saleh show what he's going to come out with. And every play that they run, he checks it at the line of scrimmage.
He's making adjustments at the line every time.
And it's getting to Saleh. But the problem with Saleh's defense is if there's no consistent pressure up front, you're not going to be able to stop that. So
yeah, I mean,
you saw CJ West with a high effort sack. You saw a couple stunts get back there and cause him to shuffle his feet a little bit. It's got to be done continuously and more consistently.
Yeah, so the issue with Robert Saleh, and this isn't just a this season thing, guys, right? We saw Robert Saleh's defense struggle until he was able to go out that one offseason and get Nick Bosa and D Ford, right? If you don't have those special edge guys to create consistent pressure on quarterbacks, that's what this defense is going to look like. And then when you have a veteran out there like Phillip Rivers, everything that Tony was saying was right, but he's also going to figure out who the weak guy is. They are targeting Luter out there. They are targeting the shit out of Luter, bro. I mean, who did you think that Alec Pierce was going to be the guy that we had to worry about? I mean, maybe, right? But I didn't hear anybody talking about him before the game, saying that he was going to be the issue. As far as their run game now, if we look at their stats for what they're doing offensively in the run, Jonathan Taylor's only got 24 yards. That's it. They've got 27 rushing yards total. That is it. So, I mean, well, it might not even be that many overall because of the sack, right? I think sack. Oh no, it says 27.
No, that's
rushing,
against the quarterback. If he ran yards,
right? So the Niners have a total of 250 yards in the first half. The Colts have 194. We have 165 passing. They got 167. All right, we got 85 rushing yards in the first half. Man, I got to make some noise for that, man. I'm sorry. The Niners are popping out 7.6 yards a play. I love that type of efficiency, man. But, I mean, the Colts are right behind us at 6.5. They're right there. The Niners on third downs are only 1 of 3, which is odd that they have that many yards, that many points, and only have had 3 third downs. We're 1 of 1 on fourth down. So let's just round it up. Let's say 2 for 4 on down to go drives, right? We've run 33 plays, 3 more than them. But they're 3 of 5. We can't stop them on third downs. One of the stops that we did get, it was like 3rd and 12, and we gave up 10 yards. You know, that was what forced their only punt of the game. They have the one punt, and it was a pretty good punt. Now, while we're complaining about the defensive pass interference, that's the only penalty on the Niners all game long. 1 penalty for 21 yards, while they have 5 penalties already for 35 yards.
Yeah, Jair Brown's going to stop looking in the backfield. He got caught on that post route. He got caught flat-footed. The guy went right by him, and you can't do that. He's got to stop looking in the backfield. He's got to play his keys, trust his eyes, and that's it. That's like an issue with him. And I like the dude. He's a good player, but he's got to stop doing that because, like, if you don't think a quarterback like Phillip Rivers' experience sees that, he's going to go at that all day. He's going to test it until he stops it.
Yeah, so Jair Brown, he whips on that opening drive where they march right down the field, and they get that touchdown there. But then he comes back the very next time he's on the field, and he forces that freaking fumble. The special teams unit. That special teams unit is doing special things out there, man. That special team, they are kicking away from Sky Moore. Are you seeing what they're doing, man, when they go to kick off? They're trying to get the ball away from Sky Moore, man. So offense, A+. That's going to be my grade for the offense. Special teams grade, A+. But that defense, Tony, what grade are we giving this defense throughout this first half? Come on,
I'm going to
be honest.
Believe it or not, I'm going to give him a B-. And I say B- because Jonathan Taylor is a hell of a running back, and they're controlling him. And that was the main thing I thought was going to be a big issue for this team, was stopping the run. And their trenches inside are doing their thing. They're playing their gaps. They're holding their ground. I'm giving them like a very weak B-. It should be a C+, but I'm going to give them a B- because I like the way they're playing versus the run up front, the swarming, and the stupid penalty really hurt them. Listen. Robert Saleh and John Lynch both said this in the beginning of the year. Expect the bumps and bruises because this is a very young group. So we're still seeing it, unfortunately. I think John Lynch did a hell of a job adding pieces to this roster, but the one piece he didn't add was a true edge rusher. I mean, maybe they could snoop around, bring some guys in for workouts if there's anybody out there to try to help. But, it is what it is. This is the way they're playing. This is the way the defense is built.
So I'm looking at this defense, and I'm going to give them a C- because I got to look at the defense as a whole. And right now, that secondary is just Swiss cheese. I mean, Phillip Rivers is doing whatever he wants. But we talked about the addition of some of these defensive linemen and those linebackers coming back that we were going to get, and that should improve our run defense, right? We're going up against a top 3 running back in the NFL. What was that noise? Was that mommy? We're going up against one of the top 3 running backs in the NFL, and they've held this guy to, what did I say, 27 yards, 24 yards for
24
him?
24 yards. That's why I gave him a B- because I thought they were using the gas him.
Yeah. I mean, what they're doing is impressive, but I mean, who cares if you got 200 total offensive yards, right? Like I hear you, but they're on pace to have a 400-yard game against the Niners, man. And so that's kind of why I got to give it a C- instead of the B- that you're saying. And I do appreciate the improvement in the run game. I do. But the Niners have to go out there and get somebody on the edge, and they got to get some better help in that secondary as well. Going into next season, I'm not talking about this season. We're pretty much seeing the finished product of what they're going to be for the remainder of the season. Tony, everyone's talking about running the table and all that stuff. Is this a playoff challenging team? Are we going to be all right in the postseason? Do you think that we can win some games in the postseason?
I do. I just think they're going to have to become a little bit more creative on defense. I do. I think they're going to have to give different looks. I think they're going to have to do something to generate a pass rush, because right now we're bashing the secondary, but we don't know how good the secondary is because the pass rush is non-existent. Now, if you trot out Bosa, if you trot out the line that we originally started with, I think the secondary is not as bad as what we're seeing. So it's a very, very tough grade. It's a very, very tough analysis, and to break it down and try to get to the root, because if the rush ain't there, the back end's struggling. And if the back end ain't covering, the rush, it's not going to matter with the rush. So right now, it's kind of like, you ever see that, who did it? Who broke the glass? And it's like this. That's what we're seeing right now, because it could be pointed this way. It could be pointed that way. That's why, I think he's going to be very basic and simple. He's going to do his stunts, but I think they're going to have to make an adjustment in the playoffs and start turning the heat up, sending people, being a little bit more creative on the back end with their coverages and hiding things. They're going to have to do that if they expect to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah. I agree with a lot of what you're saying, man. I'm watching how Salah's even trying to disguise the coverages, but Rivers, you're not going to get off against Phillip Rivers like that. You can get away with that with some second, third year quarterbacks, the rookies, obviously, right? That's where Salah really goes out there and says that I can confuse some of these quarterbacks, right? Saleh can do that against inexperienced quarterbacks. You're not doing that against Phillip Rivers. I don't even know that they're actually calling plays into Phillip Rivers. It looks like they're just running up to the line and then he's calling the play at the line. Like that's like how much he knows this offense. That's how much he knows everything is going on. Yeah. I'm not going to drag this out too much longer. I know they're going to be starting soon, right? How much time is left on your screen, Tony?
I'm on
commercial.
What
are they doing over there?
I'm on commercial.
You're still on commercial over there? All right. So what I do want to ask chat, y'all know what time it is already, man. Here it is. W's in the chat if you think the Niners hold on to get this win. W's in the chat if you think the Niners go out there and get this win. I knew Phillip Rivers was going to have a big day against this. I tried telling everybody and warning them, like, hey, listen, I understand what you guys are saying about, this team and what we can do, but Phillip Rivers is going to have a much better game than what he had last week against Seattle. I think he's got more yards this game already than what he had against Seattle. Seattle's got a way better defense than what the Niners have. Let's just call it what it is, right? But that doesn't mean that we can't win. I think Kyle is up for the challenge. He's ready to go toe-to-toe. And this defense, getting Buckner back, they have Zaire Franklin out there. I try telling people Zaire Franklin is going to be a liability in the pass game. All of that we discussed is actually coming true, Tony. Everything that we discussed
Franklin
in the pregame
Franklin
show
and
all that.
Pratt, too.
Yeah. Those guys cannot cover, so you're going to have big games from Kittle. Did you see, Tony, what was going through your mind when Luke Farrell couldn't hold? I mean, Luke, who was it? Was it Tungus? Which
Luke Farrell. Well, he missed the block.
When Luke Farrell couldn't block.
Made a positive play.
What was going through your mind that moment when Brock is getting pursued from the blind side? I mean, from his right side.
I thought he was just going to get sacked. I didn't know the ball would come out, but then I saw Farrell trailing him, and good thing he did. And they wind up making a negative out of a positive out of a negative. So I'm okay.
Yeah, it ended up being a 3-yard gain. Yeah.
But you see, just before we go, no one has said anything about this. I've been watching the chat. You didn't say nothing. I didn't say nothing, but I'm going to say it now because I've been holding it. This offensive line is playing lights out.
This offensive line, oh, my God, Tony, I couldn't have said it better, man. I couldn't have said it better myself. The last couple of 5 games in a row now that we've seen this offensive line looking really, really good. I mean, everyone thought that Myles Garrett was going to set the sack record against us in that one game, right? He ended up with just 1 sack. So I like what we're seeing. Lay down. I like what we're seeing from him. It's really good. This offensive line is doing great. So, all right, guys, it looks like everyone feels like they're going to win. So I'm not gonna drag this out, man. We're going to go ahead and get out of here. Again, if you guys are looking for somewhere to watch the game, come on over, patreon.com/NB9ERS. Let's go out there and handle business, y'all. Yeah, that's going to do it. Prepare for glory, anticipate pain, but always remain faithful. Peace.